Welcome to Shiver Cove, Part 1 Tamyra, by T.J. Shores.
Chapter 6. Tamyra's heart bumped like the beats in a heavy rap song when she glanced at Sal waiting for her. He looked like a model when he smiled, not a hair out of place and perfect white teeth. She gave a lame wave and gapped the distance between them. You ready for this? First day at Big Bad Shiver High could be pretty scary. Sal must have registered the look of terror on her face as he quickly recovered with, "Sorry? That was dumb. You'll be fine. I'll intro you to all my friends and they'll low." The V dangled, unspoken, in the air before he mumbled, "Like you as much as I do." She flicked her gaze to the ground so he wouldn't see her shock. He almost said he loved her. She felt fire rush across her cheeks and hoped he couldn't see her blushing. "Come on. We don't want to be late for your first day." When she looked up, he moved a step ahead of her. She couldn't see his face, but something made her wonder if his cheeks flushed a deeper shade of red than hers. Sal wished her luck outside the office door. It saddened her to know they wouldn't be in any classes together. Not even the same lunch. The fact that he asked her to meet all his friends later at some pizza place took the edge off a little. Still, without really knowing anyone, today would be hard. "Meet me after school near those steps where we came in and we'll walk home together." "Sounds good. I better get this over with. Like I said, it won't be so bad. You've already done the registration stuff. The school tour'll be a breeze. Besides, it's just a formality and most kids leading the tour flake on it. I can show you around later." A sweet smile lit up his face. Tamyra glanced at her watch and winced. "I was supposed to be signed in for my tour 3 minutes ago. I better get going. Catch you later. Bye." Sal started to walk away and then slowed. Before disappearing, he called back over his shoulder, "You'll be fine. You're going to like it here." Tamyra placed her hand on the doorknob to the office and inhaled deeply. Letting herself breath out, she swung the door open and stepped inside. The gray paint of the inner office made it feel large and clinical. Directly in front of Tamyra sat a pleasant 30-something woman with long dark curly hair. As the woman hung up the phone, she noticed Tamyra. "Good morning. You must be Tamyra Costa." "Yes, ma'am. If you're wondering how I know who you are, you're the only new student this year that isn't coming from middle school and they had the tour last year." "Oh, thanks. Sorry I'm late." "Late? Well, aren't you just so sweet?" "Now, dear, I'd hardly call a minute late." "No worries. Besides, I have a funny feeling Bianca will actually be late if she shows up at all. You may as well have a seat while you wait." The secretary, whose nameplate said Mrs. Winter, motioned to a group of chairs along the wall. Gray padded vinyl, connected underneath by a metal bar. Like the seating in her old doctor's office. A moment of mourning took her as she realized she would probably never see that doctor again. Tamyra had been listening to Mrs. Winter for about 45 minutes, chatting all about her experiences in Toronto when the office door opened. An overweight girl with greasy brown hair trotted in as if she owned the place. Tamyra felt her gut squirm. The girl looked so much like her old tormentor, she could have been Vicky's sister. "Oh good. How nice you finally decided to show up, Bianca." Tamyra realized the secretary's previous warmth disappeared as she addressed the new arrival. "Whatever. I'm here. Tamyra, on behalf of the school, I'm apologizing now for Bianca. Showing new students around the school is a punishment for her and not a decision I had anything to do with. Bianca, you better take this seriously and treat Tamyra with more respect than your own grandmother." "No probs, Ms. W. I never liked my grandmother anyway." "Bianca, I mean it. You better do a good job. Like I said, no problems, me and Tammy here is gonna be bestest buddies." Before Tamyra had time to correct her name, Bianca snaked an arm around her pretending to truly be best friends and tugged her towards the office door. She continued to pull her out into the hallway. Fortunately, as soon as the door fell shut behind them, Bianca dropped her arm. "Okay, I may have been given this job because I got caught copying someone's test answers, but I really do like meeting new people. Where'd you say you moved her from?" "Oh, I didn't." "Yeah, okay, so where'd you move from and how possessed were you to move here?" "Toronto." "You lived in Toronto and you let your parents tear you out of there to come to our lousy town?" Mom thought. "I hear ya, only they never really do. They just make us do whatever they want." "What grade you in anyhow?" Bianca sprayed when she talked. Tamyra took a step back from her as a buffer, but not before she noticed the not-so-fine line of dark hair above Bianca's top lip. 12? Tamyra muttered, surprised she hadn't missed a beat. Same as me. Oh damn. Your parents made you move for your last year? That sucks. Say, when you moved to town? Just over a week ago. Well, in just over a week you managed to land yourself in with a good crowd. I'll introduce you to my girls later. Girls, ghouls. Just what she needed. As they talked they walked along. Bianca slowed a little to point. Oh yeah, that's the library and there's the cafe, but why anyone would go to either I'll never know. We always go to the mall for lunch. Only Niners and losers hang in the cafe. Oh okay. Tamyra said, even as she thought whatever. Tamyra snuck a peek into the cafe hoping to see Sal. She knew he had class, but he mentioned sometimes he liked to sit in the cafe and draw. No such luck. Don't worry, I won't let you embarrass yourself. Thanks. No problems. Hey, we've pretty much seen everything we need to. Come on, let's go hack a butt. Pardon? Never heard that one, huh? Smoke. Let's go smoke. I don't smoke. Well, I guess it's time to start then, huh? Panic seeped into her blood and made her tingle with anxiety. Getting off to a bad start with Bianca terrified her, but she had no intention of smoking. She would rather die than have to face another round of bullying. Thinking about how hard Vicky and her ghouls had made things for her, she seriously considered the cigarette for a moment. Relax, would ya? I'm kidding. Sides, I only have 3 butts left and I ain't sharing. Anyway, I gotta get you to your first class or my ass is toast. Where's your class thingy? Tamyra fished around in her pocket and brought out a folded slip of paper. Bianca snapped it out of her hand, unfolded the sheet and stared at it for a minute. Angry lines creased her forehead and Bianca's anger felt almost tangible. The look quickly changed to a smirk, making Tamyra even more uncomfortable. As Bianca's eyes lifted from the paper to Tamyra's face, she felt like a tiny wounded bird being sighted by a hungry giant cat. You're taking all advanced classes. You smart or something? I guess. Tamyra didn't like where this was going. That's great. Now me and the girls got someone to help us with our homework. I guess I can help. You guess? Now is that any way to treat your new bestest buddies? I don't mind helping. That's good. Real good. You'll be a big help, I'm sure. Now I better get you to class. Right there, 3 doors down. Bianca handed the schedule back to Tamyra. She took it and stuffed it back in her pocket. Bianca's smile unnerved her, so she turned to go. Thanks for the tour. No problems. See you around, Tammy. As Bianca headed away down the hall and she barely managed to whisper, It's Tamyra.